Hello, welcome to the Bepuzzled channel. Today I will be showing you a tutorial on the Bepuzzled original 3D crystal puzzle, the Black Castle. Let's get started. For this one we're going to start off with the base. And next piece will be this one. It is flat with two pieces sticking out and one sticking in. This piece will go to the back. Next piece is this piece. It is also flat. There's two going in and one going out, and that piece will go to the bottom right. Okay, next piece will be this piece. It has two going out on this side, one going in, one going out on the other, and an indent for where the hole is. That will be going down on the bottom. Then we have this piece. There's two going out. You flip it over. There's two going in and an indent for where the pole will go. That goes on the top. And then we have this piece. It has an indent right here. There's one going in, one going out. You flip it over. There's two going in, one going out. With that side facing downward, it'll connect to the bottom left. And your next piece will have two going in with this part indented right here. You flip it over. It has three going out. That side facing downward, it'll connect to the top right. Your next piece has an indent right here. So one going out, one going in. When you flip that over, it has two going in with this side facing downward. And the indent at the top, it'll connect to the top left. Next piece has indent right here. There's two going out. When you flip it over, so one going out and one going in with that side facing downward and the indent facing towards the top, it'll connect to the bottom right. The next piece has an indent right there. There's two going in. When you flip it over, it has two going in as well. That piece will connect to the top right with the longer side on the bottom and the indent facing downward. Next piece will be this piece. It has one going out, one going in. When you flip it over, it has an indent. So one going out, there's one going out, one going in with the indent side facing downward. It'll connect to the bottom left. And your next piece is this piece. It has one going out, two going in, and a hole, or part of the hole right there. And you flip it over as two going out. With that piece, this side facing downward, with the two pieces sticking out, they'll connect to the top right. And your next piece will be this piece. It has two sticking out, one going in, and you flip it over. It has two sticking out. That side facing downward, with the two sticking out facing downward, it'll connect to the top right. Here's your next piece. It has two going in, so one coming out. You flip it over, There's a little indent right there, and 2 going in. That piece will go downward. The indent will go downward and connect to the top left. Next piece is this one. It has 2 going in, 1 coming out. You flip it over. It's a little square indent right there with 2 going out. With that side facing downward, it'll connect to the bottom. And next piece has 2 going out and 1 going in. Flip it over. Has an indent right there. So 1 going in, and 2. It has an indent right there, and 2 going in. With that side facing downward, it'll connect to the bottom right. Next piece is a flat piece. It has 1 going out there, and another there, and 1 going in. That piece will connect to the bottom right. Next will be this piece. It has 2 going in. You flip it over. It has 2 going out and 1 going in with a square indent right there. With the square indent facing downward, it'll connect to the top left. Next piece is this one. It has an indent right there with 2 spots going in and 1 going out. You flip it over. It has 1 going out, so 1 going in. And with that side facing up, it'll connect to the bottom left. And this is your next piece. There's 2 big indents, or 2 big ones going right here and here. On this side, you flip it over. It has 2 sticking out on this side, 2 smaller ones sticking out on that side. That one will go to the bottom right here. And here's your next piece. This is a big one sticking out and a big opening in. You flip it over. It has 2 small ones going in and an indent right there. With that side facing downward, it'll connect to the bottom right. The next piece has 2 big ones sticking out. You flip it over. It has indent there and 2 small ones sticking out. With the 2 small ones facing downward, it'll connect to the top right. And here's your next piece. It has 2 sticking out. There's 1 sticking in. And flip it over. It has bigger sides of 1 sticking out and 1 going in. And that one will connect at the top left. Okay, and your next piece has 1 going in and 2 sticking out. You flip it over. It has bigger side of 1 going out and 1 going in. That one, with that side facing downward, it'll connect over here, the bottom left. Here's your next piece. It has 2 going in and 2 going out, and it'll connect to the middle, just like that. Here's your next piece. Has 2 going in and 1 sticking out. You flip it over. It has 2 going out and 1 going in. With that side facing downward, it will connect to the bottom. It will connect to the bottom left. And your next piece has 2 going in, 1 sticking out. That part sticking out goes all the way through to the other side. And then this one going in, one going out on that side. That one will fit at the top left. Next we have is this piece. It has this part sticking up here with two going in and one sticking out. And you flip it over, it has two going in, that side facing downward. It'll connect to the bottom right. Your next piece will be this one. It's flat with one going in, or two going in and one sticking out. That will connect to the top right. And then your next piece will be this one. There's a part sticking out with two going in, one going out. And you flip it over. It has two going out, one going in. This piece will connect to the top right. Next one, we have two pieces that are the same. They're a little bridge with flat ends on it. Those ones will go on the sides. Then we have two more side pieces, little castle wall pieces, where they have an angle down here. There's one going to go in the front, and the other will go in the back with the angles facing the outer wall. Just like that. Next, we are going to come up on pieces where there's four matching pieces. So the first one is going to be this one. There'll be four other pieces that look just like this. It has two going in and one going out on one side. It has this edge right here. And then one going in and one going out with that edge facing upward. You will connect the pieces with the hole to the pieces of the wall, just like that. You'll do the same for the other three corners. There will be two that are made for the bottom left and the top right, and then the other two look the same, but they will be for the bottom right and top left. And next, the same thing, has four pieces that will look the same. These ones have part of the wall sticking up on one side, so one going in, so one sticking out, and you flip it over. So one going out and one going in, and these will go in each of the corners. Like that. Next one, we have four more pieces that are the same. This piece has more of the castle wall, so one sticking out, one going in. You flip it over, it has one going in, one going out, and again with the castle wall facing upward. They will connect to all 4 of the corners. Okay, next one, I've got 4 more pieces again. Every tower piece on these little towers will have 4 pieces, all matching, so you can just match them all up. This one has one going out, this is one going in, and then it has the edge right here, and one sticking out, one going in, with that edge facing upward, so it'll be on the top. You'll connect all the pieces to the corners. Okay. The next 4 pieces, they have an edge with one going in, one sticking out, and that goes all the way through to the other side, so it has one out and one in on this side. With the edge, you can see that there's one part bigger with that edge towards the bottom. It'll connect to the corners. Okay, the next 4 pieces has one going in, one sticking out, and when you flip it over, has one going in, one sticking out. You can see that they have little windows. With those window parts on the top side of it, it'll connect to the last piece. Alright, and next 4 pieces has one sticking out, one going in, and it goes all the way through to the other side, so there's one in and one out on this side, with the side with the indent. There's a big indent right there facing downward. It'll connect to the last piece. And all 4 of the corners. Okay, next 4 pieces have a flat edge on one side, and you flip it over. So one going in, one coming out, with that side facing downward, and smooth edge on the top. You connect it to the last piece. Just like that. We have our last group of 4 pieces. There's the small poles. You'll take one of each of the poles, put them down the middle of the towers. And you take your key and tighten them up. Once you start hearing that click, you've got it a little too tight, so once you hear that click, it means don't tighten it anymore, because then it'll be too tight. Sometimes they don't click, but you can tell how tight they get. Like push it down, then tighten it. Just like that. Now we're going to start on the middle tower. Your first piece will be this one. It is a flat piece with a little part sticking out right there. One sticking out, one going in. Next piece has one going out, one going in. And when you flip it over, it has an indent with one going in, one coming out, and a little indent right there as well. The one that's sticking out will connect to that piece, into the hole right there. And that is the bottom of it. Next will be this piece. It has one going out, one going in, and you flip it over. It's one going out, one going in, one coming out with an indent right there. With that indent facing downward, it'll connect. Here's the next piece. There's one going in, so one coming out. Flip it over. So one going in, one coming out with an indent right there. With that indent facing downward, it connects to the last piece. Your next piece will be this one, with one going out, one going in, flip over. So one going in, one coming out with an indent right there. That piece facing down will connect to the last piece. Your next piece has an edge right here with one piece going out and one going in. When you flip it over, as one going in, there's one coming out and an indent right there. With that indent facing downward, it'll connect to the last piece. Your next piece has the same edge. There's an indent there. There's one going out, there's one coming in. You flip it over, there's one going out and one coming in. With the edge facing downward, it'll connect to the last piece. Okay, and your next piece has one sticking out. There's one going in. You flip it over. There's one going in. There's one coming out with an indent right there. With the indent facing downward, it connects to the last piece. Next piece has a piece going out and one going in. You flip it over, has one going in, one coming out with an indent right there. Again, with the indent facing downward, it'll connect to the last piece. Okay, next piece has one going out, there's one coming in. Flip it over, there's one going in, one coming out with the indent right there. The indent facing downward again. Oh, and this one also has an edge. With the indent facing downward, it will connect to the last piece. Okay, this one has edge again. The indent. There's one going in, there's one coming out. You flip it over. There's one going out, one going in. with that edge side facing downward, it'll connect to the last piece. Here's your next piece. It has one going out and one coming in. You flip it over, it has one going out and one going in and one going out with the indent there. It also has an edge that is going on an angle here. With that angle facing this way, it'll connect the last piece. So it starts getting angled upward. Just like this one has the same angle going that way. There's an indent there. There's one going in, there's one going out. Flip it over. Has one going out and one going in with the angle going facing the same direction, going up or going out, I should say. It'll connect to the last piece. Your next piece has part of a wall. There's an indent right there. There's one going in, there's one coming out. And on the other side is one going out, one going in with the wall part facing upward. It'll connect to the last piece. All right, next piece has more of that wall. Has one going in, so one coming out. A small indent right there. Flip it over. It has a little piece sticking up here with one going out, one going in. With the wall facing upward, it connects to the last piece. Your next piece, it has one going out and one going in. You flip it over. It has one going in and one going out with an indent right there. With that indent facing downward, it connects to the last piece. Your next piece has one going out, one going in. You flip it over. So one going in there, the indent right there, and one going out right there. That indent facing downward connects to the last piece. Next piece we have an edge with one going out and one going in. You flip it over. So one going in, one coming out, and an indent. The indent facing downward connects to the last piece. The next piece has another edge right there. The indent here. There's one going in, there's one coming out. You flip it over. Has one going out and one coming in. With that side facing downward, it'll connect with the edge side facing downward. It connects to the last piece. The next piece is this one. It has one going out, there's one going in, an indent right there. You flip it over. It has one going out, there's one coming in. The indent side facing downward again. I'll connect to the last piece. And the next piece has one going out, one going in. Flip it over. So one going in, one coming out with an indent right there. Indent side facing down. Connect to the last piece. Next piece has one going out, one going in. You flip it over. There's an indent right there. One going in and one coming out. That indent side again facing downward. It'll connect to the last piece. Last piece for the main part of the tower is the flat side here. And one going in, one coming out. Flat side facing up. Connect to the last piece. That's the other part of the tower. You're going to take the rest of the castle and the longer pole. Long pole goes down the middle and all the way through. And then you connect it to the center of the castle. And with your key, you're going to tighten it up again. Like that. As for the remaining part of the castle, you have 5 of these. There's one bigger than the other 4. The biggest one goes in the middle. It has 2 parts sticking out right there. That is going to go over the center of the poles. See, there's indent. And all of them have that, so you just line them up and push it down in all the corners. And lastly, we have 5 flags. And all the flags go into the holes on top of the towers. Just like that. So this is how it should look when it's finished. If you have any suggestions of what I should put together next time, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.